was your first job?
My first job was actually doing engineering at what was then called Westlake, or near us, which was where we used to build McLaren racing cars. And how I got it was I was mad fiend about motor racing, and so I used to roll up at McLaren's each morning and sort of say, "You've got a job for me," and they go, "Piss off." And I did that for 3 months, and eventually you've got to get this guy out of the rain. So they gave me a job, £7 a week, as a trainee sort of apprentice engineer, working on magnesium wheels for McLaren.
And how long did that last?
Well, it actually was going to last quite a long while, but they moved their facility from Rye up into Oxford, and I was very much a home body person, so I actually stayed down in Romney Marsh, and then went and worked for an industrial farming enterprise, which sounds funny. It was one of the largest sort of farms at 1,000 acres in England at the time, and we were doing pea cooling, which is a process of preparing peas for canneries. We had a credit across pigs, which was removing the naturally occurring, what do they call it? A naturally occurring, I'm trying to think of the word. It's a naturally occurring chest infection that pigs get from their parents. And the way of stopping that was to actually get the piglet born into a separate environment from the mother. So it never actually saw the mother, never suckled off the mother. It was born into a sterile environment. And they actually created this, a range of pigs called Accredicross pigs, which didn't have this systemic chest problem, which meant that they could breed better, their size was 10% larger, all of these sorts of things.
So your first two jobs as a young adult, you've moved from being a rev head working on magnesium wheels to being effectively a biochemist or working on a new generation of genetically modified pig.
Yeah, absolutely.
What came after that?
Although what came after that was I then went to the stock exchange. My father was a stockbroker, and he sort of gave me the, "Son, you've got to come and follow in your father's footsteps." "Yes, Dad." But he wouldn't employ me in his company, so I went to AA Bendon, which was a broker firm, and had the privilege of being the youngest blue button on the floor of the London Stock Exchange. A blue button is a junior a trader, so I was trading on the floor of the house, doing my 8 miles a day, walking around, and bidding on things on behalf of clients, buying and selling stocks and shares.
You obviously didn't feel that stockbroking or career in the capital markets was going to be yours?
No, and there is a backstory to that, but mostly not for the camera.